telling you. Okay, so this is an interesting thing. I got a friend of mine up in Bama that goes to estate sales and stuff, and he buys used things and ends up like they're worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. A lot of stuff he buys is worth almost $1,000 in used resale, and he sells all his stuff on eBay and Amazon. And he is really incredible. His name is Bearded Picker. You can find him on YouTube. But anyway, um, yeah, it's pretty incredible. He's up by Huntsville, and anyway, so I was watching this one vlog, and he had got a printer for like $10. It turns out it didn't work, and then he started kind of researching and found that actually, uh, that if he took parts out of that broken printer, that he could make some money out of it. And he was pointing out on this one printer, he had two printers that were like the same, and that he bought one at another yard sale. It was like $50, and it was working. And he ran a test print while he was there because it was plugged in electric and everything, um, it tells the print tells him all the usage on the printer, if it's working, all that stuff, how many copies it's running and everything. And it's kind of interesting. So then he showed this other one, and he said, well, this one, I was getting ready to throw it in the trash. But then he researched the parts on it, and this broken printer, it was like, he said, hey, he said, this one broken printer, he's like, okay, so the, print carrier is worth $200 for carrying the ink. And then he said around the back, the paper roller thing that comes out of the back, hey, thank you for the thumbs up. He said, well, then that's like $75. And he pointed out some other part, and he's like, right there is like $350 on a broken printer. I'm like, what? So I looked on YouTube, and um uh they on YouTube I was looking up breaking down printers and stuff. You have some printer, kind of HP printer, I think. I love HP. That's the only one to buy. Those other ones are just absolutely terrible. I've had those Lexus ones, and those damn things sound like the door slamming. Bam, bam, every one of them. Every one of them sound like the damn door slamming. I love an HP printer. They're really, really good, no matter how old or young they are. I've just always done really well with HP products, period, from computers to printers. But there's a guy on here on YouTube. Here's one, how to salvage. I think this is the train guy. There's a guy on here, and he salvages a whole printer. That's the train guy there. And he uses it for train parts. And for people that have model trains and stuff. And he takes the motors and sensors and all that stuff and uses all that for building train things. And then this other guy, he uses stuff for building things. Like you can take apart a laptop and a printer, and you can build a drawing machine with it and stuff. And here's a guy that just sells printers. But here's a guy just selling different pieces, old pieces. This is the train guy. Is it worth tearing down a printer for the parts? Now this guy will tell you all kinds of stuff about all these different parts, from the poles, the metal poles, to the little plastic gears and all that stuff, and tell you how it's just so wonderful for building, for train things. The little play trains, like, the HO train sets and all that stuff, and you build a little city with it and all that stuff. I used to know a guy that used to do that. And when you went in his house, the whole front parlor was a giant flat of 4x8s, And I mean, he had built mountains and all kinds of stuff. And that was his hobby. He worked moving dirt. And then when he got home, all he did was spend his time playing with trains. It's really interesting. But there's all these, like this one says, useful parts from an old printer. This is a 2-year-old blog from Ludic Science. But the metal poles and then the plastic gears and the rollies, the uh, the little thing in the front of the printer. I used to do good selling RAM. I would get computers off the side of the road and I'd sell RAM on eBay all day long. You don't worry about testing it because usually all of it works. Now, if they just complain, just refund their money and just say screw it. But it's amazing. Here's a girl who does PC parts. No matter how old they are, it doesn't make a difference. Even if it's just like one of the first computers made, it's worth it. Let me show you this. You'll never believe this. Used printer parts. Or if I get another hobby, to sell stuff. I've got so many things going on at once. Now look at, here's a Epson Artisan 1430 inkjet printer, used parts only as is because it doesn't work, right? $179. But it could be like $1,000 printer. Who knows? That's a working printer. Replacement parts, OEM original to used, $7 to $15. Where's the 15? Oh, look, it's got all the pieces. Power supply, the Wi-Fi. Yeah, apparently you can part the crap out of them. Solenoid, clutch fuser, photo interrupter, optical sensors. Apparently they use a bunch of this stuff for other kinds of things. Frame covers. Let's see what this power supply runs. $15. That might be just the cord. Now, I used to sell cords. And you can do real good, like $30 for a used cord to a computer or a printer. Like, say it didn't work and you threw it away. Keep the cord and you sell it used and make good money, around $30. Because a lot of them don't make generic ones. I did manage to find a generic cord at like Best Buy or something for some kind of thing I had. Some computer that I was working on that I found in the trash or something. And I knew that the power cord was not working right. And so I really needed another one. I ended up buying a generic one for like 30 or $40. And it was okay. But normally they don't make them for all of them. So there was some computer I was working on that you just couldn't get a cable for it. So you needed a used one. But, I'd just go on eBay and buy one. But I didn't see a lot of used stuff on Amazon. I went on there because my buddy sells on Amazon all the time. He does Amazon and eBay. 4 parts, $196. Epson stylus, photo R1 800. Wow. Parts for a brother, $24 to $99.95 for these parts. Let's see what they say. Choose the part. Print head, motherboard, motor with gears, paper door with cable, top plastic power button, lower plastic paper roller. Let's go print head. $24.99. Motherboard. Really? $24.99. Paper door with cable. $24.99. Looks like all this stuff is $24.99. Okay, so now here, look at this. This is just a display piece right here on an HP. $8,600. $50 just for the LED thing. $50. Used for parts, read, $40. Brother, $49. Parts of repair. Office Jet Pro display, all parts included and tested. $32. See, it's good if you know how to do all that junk. See, they just took that display off. And then another thing that sells is the Wi-Fi Bluetooth component. And that usually unplugs. Some of them are soldered to the board. Usually it just unplugs and it's got like 4 teeth to it. But yeah, my buddy Bearded Picture was showing the parts on this one printer. See, here's the Wi-Fi module, that Wi-Fi Bluetooth thing. See, $24.95. Thermal printer parts only. And he was pointing out on this one printer that he bought that was broken. Here's a whole bunch of parts. And card printer. There's some old printers there. Whoa. There's some parts. $40. But he was like going, okay, so, I can get, $179 for the ink carrier out of this printer that's broken. I can get, $100 for the paper roller. And I can get, such and such for this other one instead of throw it totally away. So he's making like $300 on one printer parts thing. Old weird shaped printers. Oh yeah, the Lexus were the weirdest ones. They were just plain weird. I liked the photo printers to print on because they were such good quality. And it was really expensive to buy a photo printer. This is the most reliable printer on the face of this earth right here. These old HPs. They're just running. They have bigger ink holder things. Here's a HP PhotoSmart. $24 for parts so somebody could buy it and part it out and get all the junk out of it. No cord parts, only $19 Epson. And $39 to ship. Gee, my knee. Selfie printer. They got a thing like that at Walmart, a little compact thing you use for your phone where you can print little pictures. I think it was like $30 or $50. Printer motor, $11. There's 3 of them, usually in a printer. They're little bitty motors. They're just like, like that big. And you can pull those out of there and make money out of them. On a trash printer. Parts manuals. Car manuals are the greatest to sell on eBay. I sell them all day long for like 10 or 15 bucks. Here's a paper carrier. Top tray, back cover. That's back into the thing where the paper rolls through. 14 bucks for that. That's just plastic with a little bit of metal. Here's another one, $14.99. Printer parts, $130 right here. See that? See if we can get a description. HP printer parts used. We are not 100% on what series these parts are from. Well, that's a bad thing. Yeah, see, it'd have been better if they'd had the number of the parts, and then somebody can just buy it because they need the parts to go to, printer they got. See, here's one. LaserJet HP printer part, serial number with all the bits on it, 44 bucks. See that? And it's got this is electric connector thing. It's like wires, and then, you can solder that end piece to whatever. It's the gears, wires, roller. And there's a motor usually under that unit, too. Usually be a little motor in there. And then there's some red sensors in there, too. So that makes it kind of interesting. So that's 44 bucks right there. So it might be an interesting thing because, you find printers on the side of the road. And I know a place where you can get a whole bunch of printers right now. All day long. Most of them about 15 bucks. Well, you can solder that end piece of that cable. You can solder it to stuff to power up. It's really good for you too, and in small places with electronic work. And you use that flat cable like that. It feels like tape. It's like real heavy plastic. There's actually wires in there it connects. And people use that for building electronic stuff. Oh, that's a nice little printer there. I like that. Frame parts assembly for a drone. That's a shame. I just threw away a drone that I thought was broken that I got at a storage auction. There was 2 drones in there. I just threw them in the trash. The drone remote and the whole thing, and I should have sold the stuff. What is this? 18 top flatbed scanner cover used, $18. Now there's people building stuff out of those scanners off the top of the printers too, which is interesting. Okay, so I don't know. 6141 printer parts ink cartridge receiver for Epson, and it's got the number used. 6141. You believe that? Man. But there's quite a few parts in a printer that you could take out and sell for pretty good money. Unless you want to just sell a whole printer and let them part it out or whatever. Here's the HP PhotoSmart. It's never been used. And it looks absolutely terrible. Spare parts, $16. See, here's one with a printer display and some other stuff, $49. People use those displays to hook up and stuff. Plus, a guy was saying that you could get information out of that unit, too. I found that to be a little bit intriguing. Here's a desk jet all parted out. $6 to $24. Look, this guy's got the picture all lettered and stuff for which part. How you like that? Wow. Select a part. I wish I had time to jack at with this stuff. Oh, he doesn't even have the name of the part. You just pick the letter. This might be a chick doing this or something. Just pick the letter and that's the part you need. Wow. What's this? L? Let's see what that looks like. A power cord. Let's look that up. Nope, sold it. Sold the L. Let's see. B. I can't really tell if that is the LED thing. That's gone. Let's just pick one. What's A? That's the scanner table. $24. Let's see. $11. ABC. This is piece plastic. See, they get something good. D is this metal roller rod. $6.95. It's just really interesting. But they have a bunch of vlogs on YouTube on how to take these printers apart and pull pieces out of them. Kind of interesting. Like I say, I mean, I know a place where there's a whole bunch of printers. If it was really worth it to me, I'd sit and take them apart and take those parts out and sell them. I just threw a printer away, too. I'm going to throw another one away. Unless I decide to part it. Maybe I'll try just parting that one and see what it does. $24 parts for HP DeskJet. There's not much in there. It just looks like plastic. The electronics parts, the rollers, the gears, they're the ones that are the real deal. Power cords. I always did good on power cords on eBay. If that sucker didn't work, boy, I yanked that power cord off in a heartbeat and listed it. Hey, Inspirational Nomad, what are you doing, my friend? Boy, it was rough over there at your place the other night. Whew! God alive. I'm going to tell you. What is it? Yeah, what we're looking at, breaking down printers to make money. My buddy Bearded Picker up in Alabama, out by Coleman in Huntsville. I know. Oh, it's so sad. I felt so bad for you. I really did. There was some poo-poo heads on there. And yeah, us without wrenches can get some of them knocked off. Yeah, I know it. But you might need to start giving wrenches to folks to kind of twist some stuff around so you don't even have to see it, because it is upsetting. I'll tell you what I get. I get a lot of sex stuff on my lives. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hell, you're a moderator on mine. See the wrench? That'd be you. But I've got only a few of them. As you, and then Roxanne, and then Wayne on here. He's on here. I think he's a moderator too. And I just picked out good trusted friends that are on my YouTube channel. And so I don't see a lot of that. You're welcome. You've always been a wrench on mine because I do mine mostly by my phone, so I don't get to see a lot of messages. Did you say something about you were on my vlog the other day? And I probably didn't know because it's so hard to pull up messages on my phone. It's like I can only see if people are typing stuff in and flash up, and sometimes I can roll back on it. But yeah, it really helps if you have the wrenches on there. I get a lot of weird sex stuff where they'll post stuff like, look at naked girls right now and all that on my lives, and it's just pukey, man. It's like, dude, can't you afford advertising? But yeah, so we are looking at gutting printers to make money because my buddy Bearded Picker on YouTube does a lot of used stuff on eBay and stuff. I wanted you to look up how many leopard skin panties sold on eBay. Well, let's just go right here now. That's funny. You hate that leopard skin. I'm not real big on the animal prints. I've always sold a lot of it to the showgirls. And the shoes, the clothes and stuff. And it's fun to work with when you're making an outfit. It comes out real cute. I just couldn't wear anything like that. I don't like it. Animal print panties. There you go, $16.99. That's not even really a penny. Right there. Let's see. Here's a tea bag for $5 on bids. Oh, it's Victoria's Secret. That'd be a $50 underwear. That stuff's such junk. Frederick's a Hive is good stuff, but they don't do a lot of stuff anymore. They closed all their stores down in the malls. I think the only one open left is the one out in Hollywood, and I've been to that lots of times. I love that store. Animal print panty, Victoria's Secret, $6.50. Boy, I love this picture. What? Are you kidding? Really? The sucker must have been drunk when they did that picture. Running out of animal prints. Here's some. God, I don't like it. I've worked some of the furry animal print. It's real fun to work it and make an outfit out of it or whatever, a dress. I couldn't wear that stuff. I don't know why, I just don't like it. I don't like that zebra stuff. The worst one's the cow one. Who wants to wear a cow and you're a girl? It's like, and I've seen a lot of that in the South where they like the cow shoes, the cow outfit, all that stuff. And I'm like, I wouldn't be wearing cow. Huh. Bikini. Oh, I guess it's bikini in a can. In my office space. Yeah, I bet things are getting problematic, I'm going to tell you. This woman over here was all pissed off at me because I don't care for pit bulls and she just got a baby pit bull. And, she showed me a picture. I said, it's so cute. And she goes, yeah, it's a pit bull. I said, boy, you better be careful. I feel like a male stripper on YouTube. There you go. What is this contraption? That doesn't even look like it would work. Okay? For I don't know, for whatever. I'm trying to find a function. $15.95 for Victoria's Secret panty. Or best offer. Last one. Probably because you wore it once and you sold it. Here's one laying on a bed. Like, we really want to see that. The way these people photograph stuff. I'll tell you a guy that made a lot of money back in the day at Gold's Gym. This guy used to go in Gold's Gym, and he used to he looked like kind of like Superman. He had engineer glasses, real plain dude, hair combed back black, and he would go in and work out, all the time. And he was good size working out, and then he'd go in the locker room, he'd steal stuff, use towels, use underwear, shorts, shoes, whatever, and then he'd sell that stuff. So if Schwarzenegger was up in there and he left his gym bag in the locker room or something, then this guy would like get his stuff and then sell it, any of that used stuff. I mean, he used to make money stealing people's panties and stuff. They used to joke about it at the gym all the time. I'm like, don't leave nothing loose because he'll get it. And he made a ton of money selling stolen stuff. And I've seen him do it in strip clubs. This girl came out and she said, God, I ran to the bathroom real quick and I took my panties off, my bloody panties, laid them on the floor in a big hurry to go to the bathroom and rinse off. Come back and my bloody panties are gone. I said, you were joking. Really? Somebody stole the bloody panties? Oh my gosh. And used panties is a big thing on the internet. It's just hard to sell them anywhere anymore. I had a doctor friend of mine, I go, man, I'm thinking of selling used underwear. And he goes, well, I said, man, this stuff's going for like $100 underwear. He said, hey, where do I sign up? He said, how used do you want them? I said, look, they pay big money for like 30-day-old underwear and all that stuff and dirty underwear. And he's like, hey, where do I sign up? I'm game. Yeah, the only things that'll last forever is drugs, sex, and liquor. Those always are moneymakers. Used undies are a big seller. They are. They are. It is amazing. But a lot of people are getting booted out from selling it. So you kind of almost have to like put it on your own website. There's one girl that's gorgeous that has sold used panties for several years. And I saw her. I ran across one of her things accidentally, like on eBay or something. And then she was selling on Bonanza, and then a lot of those weird sites started banning them from selling them. And then now you see a little bit coming up on Etsy. And most of the sites ban it; they won't permit it. And they do a bunch of pictures posing, and then they'll sell you that so-called used underwear. Hell, these guys are making out like bacon on just pictures. If you go on Etsy, I'll show you something freaking nuts. There is more porn on Etsy than you can ever imagine. Look at all this stuff on Etsy. That's crazy. Granny panty lace. Vintage. Look, they tried it on. They tried it on for you. Look at all this stuff. Some racy damn stuff. You would never believe some of the stuff they have on here. Some dude's picture on underwear. Look at the crotch shot. There's more porn on Etsy than you can imagine. Here's another crotch shot. There's the grandma panty girl again. Etsy's just unreal. Hey, thanks for a thumbs up. I mean, they are so strict on Etsy. And there's people doing this stuff all day long. And it's mostly Oriental sellers, too. There's some crazy stuff. And then if you go under bra, put sexy bra. But there's a lot of people selling the used panties and stuff on here. I mean, it's hard to believe this stuff on Etsy. You know, kids would be on here, you know, shopping. Say boobs. You believe that? That's a really pretty outfit. That's well done. It's dirt cheap, $23. Must come from Wish. This is the thumbnail. I need to do one. I don't know if they would revoke my monetization or what. Man, there's so much racy stuff. This is on Etsy. There is more skin on Etsy than you can believe. They've calmed a lot of it down, actually. Because it is just nothing but body parts. And I'm like, damn, this is like free Playboy. Yeah, they calmed a lot of it down. See, they're boobs. Look at boobs and coochies. They even have dudes. I couldn't believe the dude ones. I'm like, no way. I mean, look at all this stuff. Like, are you kidding? I would love to make the Mardi Gras bras out of wire. I think they were so pretty. Let's see. Sexy men's panty. How about that? Look at it, showing a hoo-ha. Look at it, showing a hoo-ha. You believe that? Oh my God, that looked like a girl, and they got a hoo-ha. I posted a picture like this of an ad on Facebook. One time I'm telling you some serious thing. And Facebook yanked it. And I'm like, there's nothing there. And they yanked it. Look at this dude. This guy, I see this guy all the time. Yeah. Like, really? It's like some majorly old stuff. I've been with some old dudes, but they didn't look that bad. Look at hoo-ha. My gosh. Yeah, I really want to buy this underwear because of the way they've got it set up here. Like, you can't even tell what it looks like because there's a hand in there. That's just really. What is this? A men's G string? God, I make better ones than that. This is girl underwear. This is girl underwear. That right there is girl underwear. And that is a dude. Look at. Hoo-ha. So somebody got busted. It says censored. They got slammed because somebody reported them. There's more porn on Etsy. It is hard to believe. They got slammed on that one. When they start censoring it out, because God, I couldn't believe all the skin on Etsy. I was blown completely away. I was like, I can't believe it. They got censored on that one. But you can only have so many of those on Etsy, and then they want to terminate you. Why is this? It's like a garter belt, and there's a dude's hoo-ha in there. I just don't know. Here's a guy with racing stripes. Front man panty with big polka dots. It looks like grandma underwear. Stuff me like a turkey. Okay, then. Man's ruffled panties. So there you have it. What the hell? Really? This is nuts. But yeah, you would be surprised at all the weird stuff. On Etsy, it's usually there's a whole lot more skin than even that. But yeah, amazing. Let's look at used computer parts. Let's see what's up here. $36. Those power supplies, they're real good money. But anyway, so what's been going on with you, Inspirational Nomad? Did you just get done vlogging? And I've noticed you lately where you bail out of those vlogs pretty quick when they get poo-poo-y. It's like he's gonna whip the sword out. It's pretty wild. I just can't stand all the mean people and stuff. It's just aggravating. 25 Windows 7 desktop computer parts, Lenovo. Yep, just trying to get through another drive. It made you smile. Hell yeah, there you go. That's what it's all about, man. Just keep smiling no matter what. Yep, you got it. Yeah, I hadn't done a lot of lives lately because I've been going through a lot of stuff, and they want to rent out one of the other offices to some kooky woman with a dog that, I'm allergic to dogs and stuff and animals, and it's like, I can't afford to go get the medicine and everything, and they want to rent that out, some lady for storage, and I'm like, why? Because we're working businesses here in these offices, and we just don't need all the distraction. No. Absolutely against contract. They did let me a couple times under the table, when it was like, 20 degrees or something. But the lady's mad at me now, the main manager, because she showed me a picture of her new puppy and then told me it was 100% pit bull. And I said, well, be careful. I said, they have, they can be problematic and turn on theirs. Oh, no, they don't. No. She got so mad. And she was like, I'm gonna fuck you on your storages and on your office and all kinds of stuff, and you'll see, and I can't be your friend. And I was like, whoa. She's like went cuckoo. And it's like, what does her dog and her house have anything to do with my business? So I'm a bit displeased, but she's so out to get me. She jacked my storages to $200 each. When one was like $150 and one was like $160. and I'm just not real excited. Um, on the fact then that whatever the junk is she brings in here, if she rents that one office unit out to a lady for storage. Yeah, but I mean, everybody has a right to their opinion, and pit bulls do have a really bad rep. And I will tell you a pit bull story. My daughter has had some great babysitters for several years that only charged me like $10 a night when I'd go to work and run costumes in the clubs. And they're absolutely wonderful people. They never got to have kids. They were never supposed to have kids. They did have a kid later, oddly enough. And they were so excited. They've been together for like 25 years. Really nice couple. And both hardworking folks and always had a nice house. They like animals. They have birds, or they, have one or two dogs or a cat or whatever. And they just love their animals. And they had this big white English dog. It was just a sweetheart. And one day it dug a hole into the fence and went after this girl that lives in the neighborhood that walks every morning. And I worked with that girl. She was a bartender at Drifters. And uh yeah, and she that dog come from under that fence and went after her. She was just walking down the middle of this little street with a housing area, and it chewed the living devil out of between her knee and her ankle. It stripped all of everything, the muscles, everything in there. And she always wore shorts behind the bar. She's like, I could never wear shorts again. She said the dog totally mauled my leg. And so the problem was that um that this guy's wife's brother owned the house and he was renting the house to them. Well, it became a real serious matter. She was like, got a lawyer, they were going to sue and this, that, and the other. And it was going to come out on his house insurance and all that crap and liability. And it was just going to be horrendous. And so somehow or another, there was an agreement made to put the dog to sleep. And my husband was like, I cannot believe you took your daughter over there and let those people babysit her. I said, they've done for years. They're wonderful people. They treat her like, she's their own kid. They're wonderful, wonderful people. And my daughter adored them. I mean, just if you said, well, I'm going to drop you off at the city so I can go to work for about 4 hours, in the clubs, and she'd go, oh, great. I mean, she's just ready to go. And so it was really sad because my husband goes, that was a pit bull. I said, it was not. It was a white English dog. He said, no, it's a white English pit bull. And I said, well, I mean, I don't know anything about that. He said, they're deadly dogs. They're bad news. Da, da, da. I can't believe you had that child there. That dog could have ate your kid. And I'm like, I mean, I knew the dog. I knew, uh, I it's never been violent. It was just precious. It's never had any history of attacking anybody ever. And it's raised by really nice people. They're a very calm, sweet couple. And apparently not. It's just pit bull. It's just sometimes they turn on their owners or whatever. But it was just a once in a lifetime thing. The dog has never dug under the fence. And they went to Walmart for like an hour and a half or so. I think hour and a half, 2 hours. And came back, and it was like the police and all kinds of stuff. And the brother was calling, and it was a mess. And oh, it was just horrible. But somewhere in the agreement or whatever, they, it said the dog had to be put to sleep, so they had to kill it, which was so sad. It was just a really precious dog. I mean, it broke them up. I mean, it was like killing family. They really loved the animal. And, I had told her this. I said, I know only just a little bit about pit bulls. I've never owned one. I mean, I've got a friend of mine that has a big, website, and she has an alliance for saving pit bulls and all that. And she like has a big place with like 200 pit bulls that people have had to get rid of. Most landlords won't even let you rent if you have a pit bull or a snake. It says right in the lease. If you have a dog, don't even bother to ask if it's a pit bull. We do not permit them. Um, So, this one girl, she's into the Alliance, and she has like, I don't know, like 200 damn pit bulls out there. And she does YouTube videos and stuff and interviews about how they really are actually wonderful dogs. It's just how some people treat them that makes them like that or something. I don't know a lot about it. I've never owned one, you know, and some of them are very pretty dogs. That White English is an absolutely beautiful dog. It didn't look pit bull to me. It was a big dog. But yeah, and she was like all pissed off about it. I'll fix you. You can't be my friend. It's like, and I was telling her, be careful, you know. I mean, you know, and you know, I told her that story, and I said, you know, it really does happen. And then I have some friends that raise pit bulls and sell them. They're like $500 dogs each up there in Bama, and they do it all year round, and sell them all year round. But and then they have like 3 pit bulls of their own they keep. But I know the police were up there and they threatened to shoot every one of them. They had some legal problem, and the police showed up and they were like, if you don't do something about those dogs, we're going to shoot every one of them. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know much about it, but it's like that has nothing to do with my business here at all, or any other property that they rent to me on. So, it's kind of offensive, and it's like she's out to get me. That's the most childish thing I've ever seen. That's why I don't do well with women friends, and I don't. It's really sad when, you know, as bad off as I am, it's really come to the point where now I feel like, man, it's really hard to trust anybody because, you know, I thought she was kind of a pretty good friend, and she acted like she just really adored me. And I mean, I was like making stuff and giving it to her and her daughter, and you know, I thought she was a really charming person, and you know, I've spent hours just talking to her and stuff. And I go, man, I wasted a whole day of work. And she's like, but you had fun though, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah, but you know, I didn't make any money here today. But yeah, it was fun, you know, because I work 7 days and nights a week. But yeah, it just was really sad because I really treasure friends, you know, acquaintances, friends, whatever. I really do treasure them. They're like diamonds in my pocket. I love people. But and of course you can't trust every single person, and you know, you can't 100% trust anyone but yourself, but they just hurt my feelings. I'm like, really? But again, that's why I'm not real good friends with a lot of women. But one, women hate me, period. They always had. I don't really care. You know, all I care about is the only way women love me is when I dress them. When I bring them clothes, shoes, jewelry, whatever, and they spend their money on me. And yeah, they're doing a lot of vlogs, and I like taking their money. There you go. Oh yeah, BB and them are banging away because I used to get on them. They would do like 2 vlogs a month, and they'd been on YouTube like 8 years. And I said, vlog every day, vlog every day, vlog every day. They didn't want to listen. They squeaked to get to 1K subs maybe a year ago, 6 months or a year ago. Squeaked. And I kept telling them, vlog every day, vlog every day. You know, and they're like, well, we do vlogs when we have time. And I'm like, yeah, 2 or 3 a month. I said, it's like your own TV show. You got to be on there more often or people are going to fall off. And I said, just vlog about anything. And they kind of, really, her channel, he has a channel on cars. And her channel was like a DoorDash kind of channel or something. And then restaurant testing. Oh, yeah, women are a trip. They're just a really different breed. And I mean, I am female, born female, but they're just, I don't do well with women. Except for in business when, you know, like I'm making their clothes and shifts, and I love taking their money and they love me. But it's only for a very short period of time, just as long as we can do the transaction. And then, you know, when I see them the next time, they're like running and jumping, going, oh, Red's here, Red's here. I got clothes, you know, I got shoes, I got jewelry, I got Playboy stuff. But yeah, it's, you know, there's no love me long time sailor thing. It's like, you know, just as long as the transaction lasts. But yeah, so I kept bugging them, you know, vlog every day, vlog about anything. They did some DD vlogs, and man, the views on their DD vlogs were incredible. I said, you need to do more DD vlogs. I said, oh no, we hate DD. I said, well, I don't know. The stuff that's most watched on your channel, like thousands of views, is that DD stuff. I want to do a couple more. And they were like, no, we hate it. And there's no money in it. Well, the money was really good the last two years. Really banging in Florida. And so, they finally, one of their last DD vlogs was like really trashy. They were like, there's no money in it. I would say not to do it. It's totally worthless. And it's like, no, it's not. But they always took every single order, like the $1 order, the $2 order, and all that. I'm like, you've lost your mind. Through DD videos, yeah. And I would never take those cheapo orders. You forget that. It's a luxury service. And if somebody is going to order, a $3 order, trust me, the probability of them tipping is going to be pretty nil. So I have no use for it. And that Russian roulette thing with DD, where, if you better take every order, not cherry pick, and it'd be a $3 or $6 order, I'm telling you, not all the time it comes out at $30. Stimulus went away, a lot more drivers went on the road, more competition. Yeah, but gas is so high, man. It's almost $4 a gallon right here. And in California, it's like $7. But yeah, so they started doing some more DD vlogs and found that, that the money was a little better because they were getting more orders. And I told them, you need to park over by spots that really do a lot of business. And don't pay attention to the DD hotspot. You find your own. And, meet managers of restaurants, talk to them, say, I'll hang out here and do all your orders if you're happy with me. Tell me what your busiest times are, and you're there. So I have a lot of restaurants like that in all kinds of different cities, from Biloxi to Pensacola, Fort Walton to Destin, just all over. And so, anyway, even up in Bama. So, anyway, they started banging away, and I was telling them, I said, don't take those cheap orders. Don't take, well, you can't refuse. I said, you can. I said, I've had -3 on my turning down DD stuff. And so I said, you'll still be active. And so anyway, so they started learning how to turn down some orders. And they really have done some great DD vlogs lately. And then I told them, I said, now you got 1K subs, you need to go live. You need to go live. I've been trying to tell them that for months and months and months. And yeah, I had -3. I got pictures of it. It's hilarious. And so anyway, they said, oh, we don't care. And when they got in one of their car wrecks, they were in really bad shape. I said, I don't know why you don't do a live, because people were like PayPaling you and everything else. I said, get on the live and let them donate. Push your PayPal, whatever. And it's because it's so much easier for them to donate on the live. While you got them on there, on the fishing line, you know what I mean? So anyway, they would never go live. They would never go live. We don't know how to go live. So I did a vlog on how to go live using your phone. Still wouldn't go live. I said, I'm telling you, you need to go live. You have all those subs. You really need to go live. You could do really, really well. Well, I don't think so. I said, well, you need to do it. I said, if I have to drive all the way to Tampa to show you how to go live from your phone, do it at your house on your computer. Whatever you got to do, just do it. Finally, they went live. And now you can't get them off the live. And I told them, you got to just vlog anything, no matter what it is. If it's going to the grocery store, if it's going down the street, they go through the car wash, they vlog that. I said, just vlog anything. It doesn't make a difference what your channel's about, just vlog. And so I said, the more stuff you got on there, the more people are going to watch. And it's like your TV show. If you're not there, they're not coming back. So now, then I told them, I said, I looked up how many years they've been on YouTube. And then I divided how many days in a year. And then divided how many vlogs they had. And I divided how many vlogs they had in like 8 years. And I said, you're about 3,200 short. They're like, what? I said, yeah, you better get vlogging. And they're like, what? I said, look, I've done 32 vlogs in one day, on events and stuff. because I'll shut it down. I'll go so long, I'll shut it down and I'll start a new vlog right behind it. Even when I'm doing car shows, I'll do several vlogs, not just one, because they leave. So, you want to chop it up a little bit so that they don't have to sit and watch, 4 hour damn vlog. Chop it up a little bit. And so now they're banging away. They just vlog everything. They're vlogging repeated times a day, so they're really banging up with the vlogs, and you should see their subs. Their subs are like 2.5K now or something. In less than a year. It's amazing. And they do a lot of lives, and they're even doing ghost hunting and all kinds of crazy stuff. Just vlogging anything. And it's really fun. So the channel is really just done all kinds of neat things. So they're just vlogging away. They said, man, since we got on that monetization, I said, yeah, well, you need to go live because you get like 5 times the pay. And boy, when they finally went live, now you can't get them off the live. It's so funny. They're a crack up. Yeah, they're really funny people. But I'm feeling bad for your channel, man. If you don't go back to making people pay to be there, even if it's $1, then you get rid of some of that cheap host stuff, maybe, unless you get some ranchers on there and people that you really, really trust. You can always change your mind. But if you get, 1 or 2 ranchers that usually show up to your vlogs and let them watch that stuff, they can nail that stuff before you even see it. Because some of it will hurt your feelings. I've seen some stuff that people said and it really hurt my feelings. It's like, oh my gosh, So it would be really good to maybe, get one good ranch person or another one that will do it. And then you don't have to be upset while you're trying to do a vlog. For me, when I'm using my phone, I can't see everything unless somebody's typing. And then if somebody types something, sends a message up, then I can roll it back a little bit and see the other comments. Otherwise, I can't get the sucker back up to see it. I wished it was like a rolling thing where I could just see comments and roll it back and forth, but I can't from my phone. So I guess that's the difference of doing it on a computer versus a phone or whatever. And then they say if you watch your own YouTube stuff, you kill your monetization. So I don't know. But yeah. So, but yeah, their channel's pretty wild. They're funny people. We've stayed at their house. We've actually stayed at their house, my daughter and I, and they're really nice folks. And he is nothing like he is on YouTube. He is a very quiet, reserved individual. I can't handle it. May add moderators. It's horrible what they're doing to you. It is absolutely horrible, my friend. It breaks my heart. I got on there the other night and it broke my heart. All that stupid trash coming up from those 2 girls. And it was just like, whoa. You get some weird trashy people on your channel. I get all the people that are trying to sell sex. All my spammers. That's the trashy ones I get. But I have like, I think 3 wrenches on mine, 3 moderators on mine. And it's people that come to my vlogs all the time. And they've been handling everything. And I don't see a lot of that nastiness, even on my channel. They'll get on there when they watch one of my vlogs, and if I haven't seen any comments that day or whatever, they just remove that crap before I even see it. And it's so much more peaceful because I had some people attacking my channel for a little bit after my daughter left. I had some people seriously attacking my channel. Was going to give up my YouTube, and so I let those 3 people that come to my lives and stuff all the time and are always at my channel handle it. And so I'm sure there's so much more that I'm not seeing because they've dumped it. But and it's hard on YouTube. They have like 4 different ways for you to remove a comment and like block the person or temporary time them out or something. But it's really hard to like totally get rid of the sucker. A lot of mentally, emotionally ill people. I think so too. I feel for them, but it's tough to deal with. Sometimes I get too involved with their story and then they become obsessed. Right, exactly. Yeah. And it's hard because when you're a YouTuber, you want to be there to help people. And you're trying to give them the best advice possible, or advice from your own experience to maybe help them. But some of them are just, it's like not even worth breathing, you know? Or you wonder, like, are they high or are they really drunk right now? I mean, some of the stuff they say. There was a guy on my channel one night that said, "Oh, forget that T-Mobile stuff." He said, "I'll buy you a nice phone, get Verizon service, I'll pay for it." And it was like, okay, I mean, but you didn't see him send any tip. And my PayPal stuff's on my thing. Didn't send that. And he was on my channel like for a couple weeks. Every time I hit the live, he was there. And he would stay on for a long time and he'd go back and forth. I've told you, get off that T-Mobile. I will buy you a brand new phone. I will help set up your service. Just tell me how much money you need. I will do it. And it's like, nothing ever happened. Absolutely nothing. So, yeah. So you never know what to believe from the people. But yeah, there's some people that are very problematic. Some of the comments I get on my YouTube channel that are not live are very disappointing. It's like people that just get on there and talk some trash, you know? And it's like, why do you even bother? You know? I've had people like that in my family. It's like, yep, talk about the same thing every day and nothing changes, and it's exhausting. True. Some people just, grind away in life on all that negativity. And it's like you got to really try to move forward. It's hard, especially if it keeps hitting you in the face. It's so hard. Like right now, I'm having a little difficulty with it this week. But, I still, try to keep smiling and try to be positive and try to be kind to people, every day. That's just me. And I just hope that tomorrow's a better day, you know. Like I hope when I go night-night, that when I wake up tomorrow, I'll be better. Um, but I don't know, it seems to be kind of getting worse this week. But, it's like when you got somebody with a vendetta out on you over stupidity that has nothing to do with the business I do with a main company, a corporate. I just don't know, my friend. But yeah. See, the Boondockers, the biggest problem with the no bands and the Boondockers, there's a lot of them that have a lot of negativity and they just feel like everybody owes them. I mean, I've met people in person and talked to them, and they're like, "Well, Walmart pissed me off, and they came up and had the sheriffs come up and tell us to leave so we couldn't, stay in the parking lot." And I'm like, "Well, what were you doing?" "Well, me and my girl were having a fight." "Said you had the radio up full blast," and they're like, "Yeah, one day at a time, damn straight." And uh, I say, "Well, they're operating a business there, whether they're open or closed. And if you're going to be a, invisible guest there, you need to be invisible. You need to be quiet. Don't trash up the property. Don't park in the same place. Don't keep coming back every single day. You got to move around." And they were like, "Well, so what do they care? It's just a parking lot." Well, they care a lot. It looks nasty. For the business, there's one girl, I got her on YouTube. Oh my God, she was pouring the piss outside the door of the car like every few hours. And one night it looked like vomit all over the ground. Another night it looked like vomit blood. And it was disgusting. And parked, right next to the door. It was so gross. And it was like she couldn't realize how foul that was. Then she gets a boyfriend, so now she's got her and her boyfriend boondocking in this little car. So now you got one pouring piss out one door and one pouring piss out the other door, and then all their food trash and everything. And these people get mad when they get thrown out, or security's called, or the police are called, or whatever, or they get handcuffed because they're disrespecting the property. Now, let me tell you where I'm at. This used to be a really great kind of boondocky place for years. You could stay on the beach. It was so nice. When you couldn't get a hotel down here, when I come down here to work, um, you could just stay on the beach, and that's where all the taxi drivers stayed. And I knew all the taxi drivers from the clubs and stuff. And they're like, hey, Red, the hotels are booked up. You're not going to find a hotel. I'm like, no, don't tell me that. And they'd say, well, you can stay at the beach with us. And you used to be able to go, and there would be able to be like 6 or 7 taxi drivers. And they stay in their vans or cars. Most of them had vans back then. And they would all park at the beachfront at the little beach. And then, I would come up my white Cadillac, and they knew it was me, or I'd tell them, okay, when I get off work at 2 or 3 or whatever, I'll see you over at the beach. And they're like, okay, we'll take care of you. And, they all had guns. And I'd park in between 2 of my best friends that were taxi drivers. And there'd be a row of us right there at the beachfront. I mean, and the water wasn't but 30 foot from the front of the car. And there was a shower there, and they even had electric in the bathroom, so like I could blow dry and curl my hair. I was selling 2-piece outfits out of the trunk of my car during the day because everybody spread the word on the beach that, hey, Red has 2 pieces. So, tourists were buying 2 pieces out of the trunk of my Cadillac. And I was running around a bathing suit, go in the water, and then I'd take my shower. And then, I would go in and curl my hair and put my face on and get dressed for work and then go to work, before nightfall. And oh, man, what a life. And it was real nice, but you can't do that here anymore. There's only about 3 places on a 35-mile radius that you can boondock. But you better not be doing it every night at the same place. You just better not. It's super illegal. I mean, the cops will be at your window. But, it's people, they get real kooky. The people, it's like those people that I knew that were from, I think it was Indiana, a young couple, and they had she has like a newer black little car, and then he has a red truck with a white camper shell. He's kind of rebuilt. And he's got his TikTok with all these followers. He makes so much money. And it's like he has all this stuff on the road, don't know where we will go. We were evicted out of our house a year ago. And they came to Destin because he likes Destin. And I said, but why? And he says, well, we want to get a place here. I said, you aren't getting a place here. If you're boondocking, you aren't getting a place to live here. I said, it will cost you about $10K to rent here between your deposit and your rent. I said, people don't live in Destin unless they're older people that are retired and have a huge amount of money. I said, but the neighboring cities are more cheap. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. And they were like door dashing out of the car. They had 14 animals in the flipping car, dogs and cats, in that truck. And they would leave it on a generator in a parking lot. Tired of the nomad life in one sense, but the community life has problems too. Can't avoid problems no matter what. But life does become wearisome. Yeah, but you know what? If you can get a decent, quiet place so you can be in peace that's not far from the beach, or get 2 places where you can go back and forth, because trust me, you can always sell it all day long. These California people will come out here all day long and buy your stuff for 5 times the price of what you paid for it. But I think you would be so much happier if you get a pretty peaceful place where you could vlog right there at your dining table. You know what I mean? And you could do, really peaceful, nice things on the internet, work on the internet, whatever. And then you can go down to the beach every day and all that. I think you would be in so much more peace, because I'm going to tell you, I don't know how you've done it for so many years. There is no way. I've done it for a year and I hate it. I cry every night before I go to sleep. I mean, it's such a horrible, it's so scary. People love to jack with my car. And I mean, it's a horrible, horrible life when you have to pee in a cup. And I mean, it's horrible. And so, I think that you've done your time. I think you've sorted your mind out really, really well in all the years you've dealt with it. And you spent more time enjoying life and understanding things about life and thinking things out and all that. I think that's wonderful. When you cut loose all the other responsibility and things you have to think or worry about, and you start appreciating the roses growing and the birds singing and stuff like that. It's great. But after so many years, it's just like, it's not worth it. It's dangerous. It's illegal. It's very problematic. It's so hard. Unless you're really set up to where you could have like a refrigerator in your car and heat and air and electric blanket and all kinds of stuff, it's just not worth it. Forget it. And if you have the option to buy stuff instead of rent, you're way ahead of the game. Remember, the market's good anytime if you want to sell. So if a place becomes problematic, freaking list it with a broker and let them handle renting it out or selling it and make your money. Or put it on the market just as soon as you buy it. And put it at a high price as soon as you buy it and see who comes strolling along. You know what I mean? It's, you go back to that thing where everything has its price. You know? A lot of people say, oh, nothing's for sale, nothing's for rent. Well, everything does have its price. So I would definitely, you have the option to do it, and I would definitely do it. I really would. You know, it's I mean, people are getting shot and stuff, freaking boondocking. It's horrible, some of the stuff that's happening. It's just, it's not safe. It's too expensive. Fuel's too expensive. It's like it's more expensive to boondock in your car than it is to live in a house. It is so costly. You know, I think the food thing is the biggest problem. Is a lot of the cost. And I'm not a to-go person. I love to cook. Ugh, I don't like junk food. But I mean, even if you get healthy little stuff at Dollar Tree and all that every day, I mean, you have to buy stuff you can't refrigerate. You have to buy stuff that you can't make a more healthier meal for yourself. You know, it's tough. It's really tough. You know, you need to do something. You have the opportunity to do it, where you can go out and just go buy a place. I can't. I don't have the revenue, and I don't have, you know, the ability to deal with any of these banks or anything at this point. So I don't have bad credit. I just don't have any. But you know, I've always paid money and paid my bills. I mean, I owe some student loans. But you know, and that does create problems. But but yeah, you have the opportunity to do it. And if I were you, I'd do it on a monopoly. I'd buy one, buy another, get them at a good price, and go back and forth to both and see how I like them or keep them both. You know, and turn around if one, you know, you just don't like as well, I just put it on the damn market for more than what I paid for it, and be searching around for anything else that comes by, you know. But the market is not going down for renting. It was going to go down, but it's not. I think it's pretty much everything's raised 100% across the board, all the way across the United States for renting. So I'm not seeing rents go down anytime soon. But housing is going down slowly to buy, you know, retail housing. My brother looked up his house a couple months ago, and I told him, I said, your house is worth this much? And he's like, no, it's not. He looked it up, and you know, he was talking about maybe moving to Florida. And I said, well, you should. I said, if not, buy a second residence in Florida, and then you can always lease it out or whatever. And he couldn't believe the market on the house. And then he looked at it a week later. He said, man, my house is already going down. I said, told you it would. And I said, it's going to be continually dropping the retail market on housing. I said, but rents won't, you know, for a while. And I'm right. It's still dropping. So I would jump on in there, man, before it goes back up for some reason. Especially with this, whatever this is, World War IV or whatever. But I would definitely, you know, you need to do something now. If you don't, I'm coming down and I will kick your butt. I'll be right behind you. I'm a lot shorter than you, but I'll be right behind you. Go, hey, now, you know, you need to get cracking here. Because I'd hate to see you go through anymore. You're too smart. You're too smart, and you deserve more peace. You're a very peaceful individual, and you enjoy the beauties of life, and you need to do that. You have the opportunity to do so. You've got those open doors. I don't. You know? And sure, there's a lot of guys, oh God, that would move me in a heartbeat if I was a girl and everything else. I don't want to do that. I'm a Cinderella girl. I could only be in love, and I haven't been in love in a real long time because I spent my time raising my kids, especially my youngest one. I gave up after my husband. I said, I'm so done. I think I'll just, spend my time raising my kid, you know, and forget this other falling in love thing. Just pay attention to raising my kid. So, yeah. But I think you have that, I'm telling you, you're too good a guy. Why do you want to live like this anymore? Please don't do it. You are a charming guy. You are a prize catch for any chick. You are so smart. You are nice looking. And your personality makes you like freaking Clark Gable. Okay? Yeah. Like Superman. I mean, you are a very charismatic, attractive individual. And you are so smart. And you love your mom. That's like a big number one. Um, and I mean, you're not some stupid dude. You're not a freaking dummy. Enjoy the life you've worked so hard for. It's not giving up, giving in. Your YouTube channel's still going to run. People love you, man. And they're still going to love you even if you're not a boondocker, man. You don't have to be. You have that wonderful, blessed option to get away from it. Do it. It's no way to live. It is a horrible way to live. I cry every night before I go to sleep in my car. It is no way to live. I'm used to so much more. Really, I am. It is 100% no way to live. But, I wish you would settle on something soon. I mean, for me, the perspective is the financial end of it, of how profitable, it is. To where you that looks like right here. Of how profitable it is, if you're to buy it and if you're unhappy with it, you could turn around and roll it, man. You can lease it out. My friends that bought a place in Mexico, and they lease their house out like 3 or 4 months out of the year, and then they go run off in their RV and go all over the states, and then they come back to their house. But and they're older folks, they're retired, and his wife is real sick. It's JC's Travels on YouTube. JC's Travels, and he is a really nice guy. You do need peace and balance. I mean, it's got to stop. You have that open door. I don't. You need to take advantage of it and use it for monopoly to make money. It doesn't mean you're going back to what you did before, where you had a nice place, you had business and all that. It's not that. You could do it as a monopoly if you'd have bought those 2 cheap properties, one by the beach and the other one over there, and then see what it's really like to live there. See which one is better. And then put the other one up for sale. Or let a broker handle it and pay them to babysit it and screen the people and guarantee your house is going to be okay and not destroyed. And just do that. Florida leases are way different. I had 30-day lease on that last house I was in for like 2.5 years. And the problem with the 30-day lease in Florida is they can get you out in 15 days. It sucks. And my lease had no expiration. They still get you out in 15 days. Florida just has a weird thing about leases. It's not like California where they can only raise it so much a year and they can't throw you out instantly. It takes months or a year. Bullshit. I'm telling you. You pay a broker to handle renting the place out for a portion of the year or 3 months out of the year during events or whatever, or a year or whatever, and then go buy another one. And be like the rest of these jokers. It's not being trapped, though. It's success. It's not trapped. It's success. Success. making an income, owning stuff to bring an income. There's a guy on YouTube. What is that guy's name? And this guy, Manny Koshbin on YouTube. This guy, he has a car collection you can't believe, and he's been YouTubing like every day now. He's so funny. And he's like actually Israeli, but he sounds, like he's Latin, like Mexican or something. And this guy is a millionaire, hand over, hand over, hand over, and he's so funny. His wife is so gorgeous. And he buys these high dollar cars and saves them for years and years and years. And then he sells them. Like he's got one up right now that's going to go for truckloads of money. But he also owns a business, and it's let me see. I think it's Manny Koshbin or something like that. This guy teaches people in 6 months how to buy a commercial property. I think this is him right here. He teaches people how to buy a commercial property. Manny Koshbin. This guy's a character on YouTube. This is his car collection. Just put this one up for auction. But this guy, it's Contrarian or something like that is his company. And you take classes from him, and in 6 months you'll be buying commercial property and turning it over for several millions. And he guarantees in 6 months you'll be able to purchase a property. This guy's got 1.4 mil subs. He is so funny, but he's damn smart, I'm going to tell you. And all these cars are paid for that he buys. They're all paid for. That's his car collection. He's got a bunch of them. And he's bought a big property, a commercial property where he can house them all now that has a parking structure. Hey, Roxanne. Don't like the feeling of being trapped. I had to remember I could sell it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The market's still good. I will only buy one. I think mentally I don't know if I can handle two. Yes, you can, because what the problem is. Yes, you do. Here's the problem, Sam. If you buy the two, one by the beach and one over here that's, about 50 minutes away, and after you've lived back and forth at those two places, you're going to realize if it's problematic and you have butthole neighbors or whatever, and you like one better than the other. And then you say, I'm so done with that guy down the street with the loose dog or whatever, or the old woman that comes by. And you say, fuck it, I'm going to lease it or put it up for sale. And then you list it for more you paid for it and sell that son of a gun. Okay? And keep your eyes open for another one. This is a really good time in the market to be playing that game right now. And because we may be in really big World War number 4 or whatever, and God knows what else. But you need to jump on it. You need to jump on it. Hey, Roxanne, I'm kind of thinking about, I hate to get any more projects. But, used printers are really easy to come by. Real easy. And a buddy of mine was showing me, it's up by Huntsville today. He did a YouTube blog and was showing me a used printer with parts in it. He said, this part's $200. If I sell it used, I take it out. And this part's $100. And I'm like, get out of town. Like 3 parts out of the printer. And then throw the rest in the trash. I'm like, dude, I can use a screwdriver. And it might be a good investment because I know where I can get miles of printers and start pulling parts out. But the parts are also versatile, not just for other printers, but for other things like people that build railroads. The hobby railroads and stuff like that. So I was kind of intrigued. I started researching it today, and I thought, I better do a YouTube vlog about that. But yeah, I'm trying to get Inspirational Nomad to purchase something now and get some damn peace so he can continue going forward with his life because he's freaking brilliant. And he has so much trouble committing. He hates committing. He just really hates it. And that's why this cat has not been married or anything else, because the commitment is a big problem. But he's so smart. He's so freaking smart. And he's got the opportunity to do so. He's got the money and the open doors to do it. Where I don't, and it's time to get off the road. He's been like boondocking for like 5 years or something. That's a long time, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. There's no way. I couldn't do it. I would have. I would not be in good shape if I tried to do that. I'm sick over here. I'm absolutely disgusted. Absolutely 100% disgusted. But now, I mean, I have an open door to California. With an office, a storefront, but the problem is, moving all my stuff is a big problem. Yeah, I could get the biggest U-Haul in the world and put my car behind it and drag it out there, but it's huge money because um, it's uh, and I don't even like California. I don't even like California. Oh, it's an older damn HP. Yeah, if you go on Bearded Picker, go look at his vlog he did today. I think it was I bought a printer. Should I sell on Amazon or eBay? And that vlog was really good. And he was showing parts of a junk one by a trash can. He's going. Well, maybe I should throw that one in the trash. I bought that one for 10. It's not working right. And I bought this one for 50, and it is. And the one for 50 was retailing like $700 used. He bought it at a yard sale thing. God. The other one was broke just like it, and he said, well, I can take the parts out of this, and he pointed to like 3 different parts, like the paper carrier, the ink carrier, and something else, and he said, right there is 200, 100, and right there is 200. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, I could do that. I could be taking like 3 parts out of a freaking printer. Yeah, see, I used to sell computer parts on eBay. I sold, like RAM and drives, and so you couldn't sell drives anymore unless you cleared them. And then, like cords and cables and things. No problem. People buy them all day long used. Not a problem. But, uh, you know, you don't see as many computers on the side of the road anymore, but people put out to the trash. And in the ones that they donate to secondhand stores, there's always some computer guy that's already there waiting for them. And now I know where you can get a ton of printers all day long. So, and they don't have to be working. You just strip the parts out, sell that crap. And if you know anything about electronics, you can test it, test the parts and that. But really, the best thing to do is just list the parts. If you get a complaint, just refund them. And that's it. That's what Bearded Picker does. I was on, how do you do with CDs and stuff like that? Because my daughter and I bought a game on Amazon, I think it was. And it was a Mickey Mouse game, a Disney game for her Wii. And we paid pretty good money for it, but she really wanted the game. And this is just recent, the past couple of years. She never had a Wii when she was little. And so we said, oh yeah, that's fun. Let's go ahead and get that game. And we were trying to find it, and we found it. So we bought it, and when that sucker came, it didn't even work. And we were freaking out. Like, are you sure it doesn't work? And so, anyway, we sent a message, the thing didn't work. Well, the dude refunded us. But I told Bearded Picker, I said, how do you sell those discs for all those games? I mean, you don't have all the machines to test it with. And he's like, oh, I don't worry about that. He said, if they say it doesn't work, I just refund them. He said, and problem solved. I'm like, can you really trust him? He's like, yep. So, I think that's probably the best way to do it. I hate when I have to argue with the seller and they won't give me my money back. I hate that. And but if you had somebody and you complain and they just refund you, that argument's over. And I'll even post something about it. I'll say, I bought this from them and it wasn't working, but they refunded me promptly. I'm really happy with the seller. I will be back. But yeah, so I don't know, but we need to get Inspirational Nomad to buy something while he can before we go into total World War IV and who knows what else, and another pandemic or something else, while the market's getting lower right now. trying to get him to get grooving, man. Because I think he could do so much more if he had a nice, peaceful little place to where he could sit at the dining table, work on his computer, and do his YouTubing and walk about walk about at the beach and stuff, and just really enjoy life. But he has so much trouble committing, it is just ridiculous. But I'm trying to convince him, he's even thought about just getting a big van thing or that, because I told him, I said, well, if you really can't commit, then go get one of those Transport 250s or whatever it is. And he's done a few YouTube vlogs on that too, which were really quite good, actually. And he gets a lot of views on those. He needs to do way more of those because people are really looking at that on his channel. I mean, we're going into the boondocking world now with this pandemic. It's unreal, the people that are on the street at this point in time. It's like being in a giant downtown LA all over the states. It is a mess right now. But I think he's killing his creativity by not getting a place. I think it's time to end all that. It's like 5 years of boondocking, man. I couldn't handle that mentally. I just could not do it. I mean, if I could be able to travel all the time and go here, there, and everywhere, it would be easier. But again, you get tired of being on the damn road. I've done it for years. I have worked on the road for years and years and years. And it's like, all of a sudden it's like, I just want to go home. And the money is there. I'm banging away with the money. And it's like, I can't wait to go home. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Whether I be in a hotel or I'm boondocking in a car because I can't get in hotels because of events. I just get tired of being on the road. I don't want to be around all these people. I just want to be in my home, So if we can convince him to do so, we would be so much better off. But yeah, this is Manny Koshman. He's a freaking character. And this guy was dirt poor. He's out in Orange County, California. Koshman Company. But he teaches people how to be millionaires. And he was dirt poor. And he became a millionaire. Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, so I don't know, you guys. We gotta get Inspirational Nomad moving and grooving, man. You gotta do it, dude. You gotta make that jump now. Do you know how many people your channel would probably double if you made that jump? Because guess how iconic that would be? It'd be like, this dude's been on the road for like 5 years. And then all of a sudden it's like, after 5 years, you did something, And then show how your life is transitioning, and show the difficulties of it. Like, wow, I missed the road, but I think you'd get so much more done. You got to, man. You have so much going for you. Why would you let a brick wall stop you? I just can't imagine. Because you were so... Yeah, I've been watching you for a while. And my daughter, was good at watching you at first, and then she backed off. And I'm like, let me tell you, this guy has some pretty good words here. And it's not like he's reading from a book. It's from the heart and experience. And I think you've helped a lot of people and a lot of people to understand. There's a lot of people think you just go boondock in the car. No. Let me tell you, the first 4 weeks, I cried my eyes every day. I was so sad. It's a nasty, horrible way for life for me. It is just not me. I'm the girl in the high heels, the silk shirts, and the gabardine slacks and the Cadillacs and, the pretty clothes and, in all the finest places. And look, I'm boondocking. Ugh. I absolutely hate it. Absolutely. 100% hate it. I hate my life. I really do. But the only one who can fix it is me. This stuff's not going to fall out of the sky. That's for sure. So that's why I work every day, and I put 12 to 14 hours a day in. I've got to get all this stuff sold so I can reduce and stop paying on storages. And even though I don't pay rent on a physical place, I've got to reduce so I can relocate. Because the probability of staying here is about nil. I'm about done. I love this place. I've come down here for many years to work and other places too around the States. But I want to leave that door open of where I want to go. Just not sure yet. And I won't know till I have the money in my hand. So I've got to keep on reducing and keep on making my money and get moving and grooving. That's it. Yeah. So, how are you doing, Roxanne? How's it going, man? We were talking about all kinds of stuff. You want to watch this vlog because there's all kinds of things in this vlog. Yeah, we get skit in this vlog. We get all kinds of things. But yeah, Contrarian, I think is the name of this guy's company. He's freaking amazing. Just amazing. He's so funny. His vlogs are cracking. But he's a really smart investor, that's for sure. I don't know what his wife does. She probably does nothing. And she's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And they just had a baby. But yeah. Incredible. So I don't know, but you guys, I love you. And you guys got to get Inspirational Nomad to make that move. He's got, the doors are open for him to do it. He's got to do it. This is the time before that property all starts going back up and getting screwball again. People are still coming from California, coming all the way to Florida to buy stuff up. Because guess how cheap it is to them? You can't buy a house in California for less than $1 million. Right now, today. It's not happening. Not happening. So they're buying all kinds of stuff across the states. The further they go, the cheaper it's getting. And hey, Florida is dreamland. When I was a kid in California, all I wanted to do was go to Disneyland in Florida. That was my biggest dream. One day I'll go to Disneyland, Florida. I still haven't been to Disneyland, Florida, damn it. And it's grossly expensive today. Whew. But maybe one day I'll get to go. But, yeah, so that's what they're doing. They're like, buying it up. Yeah. So, anyway, I love you guys. It's been so much fun. I have to overcome this, man. I thank you for encouragement. You're welcome, but you've got to. It's the time is now. Do it before we get into this big giant war here and go crazy. And everybody's going to get involved, and the United States is going to be shipping all our money over there. So we'll really be broke. And then we'll really be like at like $8 a gallon gas because of our goofy president. But you've got to do it. You're too smart. You are too smart. You buy that stuff and you do it like you're playing all the way live Monopoly with cash. You start buying stuff up. You buy one. You buy two at once. Live back and forth. One to piss you off, you sell. Jump on it, man. Jump on it and make that money. Because there's tons of people from the West, they're going to pay way more money than what you paid for that piece. So if you're unhappy with it, do it, roll it, buy another one. I'm telling you, you've got to do it. I can't do it. You can. You have to open doors. Do it. Jump on it. And I think it would be nice because you really need a place where your mom can come down on vacation a little bit with you in Florida and enjoy the life. I think it'd be really, really special and really nice. Time's running out, my friend. Trust me, they're not around forever, and you'll regret it when they're gone. Jesus, you'll regret it when they're gone. So, but anyway, I love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a slice of heaven. And I want you to, you've been there? I want you to do something kind for a stranger. And then I'll see you in the next vlog. I love you. Everybody have a super evening, okay?